Hey, it is from the Batcave here. How's everybody doing this week? I want to show you my pulls. Plus, it was Batman Day Saturday, and I went to the store, so I'll give the store a shout out in a couple minutes. But this is what I picked up: Powers of X, issue number 5 of 6. Cover of Mr. Sinister there, pretty nice. I enjoyed last week's story. It gave me like a little ooh, okay. So, and remember, I said it's a lot of deep reading on that. Captain America number 14, Alex Ross cover. I read this before I came on. I enjoyed the story. It's he's still trying to figure out. He's trying to prove his name. He was innocent of the whole ordeal with the murder. But there you go. But it was a good story. Also from Marvel, Miles Absolute Carnage, Miles Morales number 2. Excuse the cover, the glare. There you go. I didn't get to read number 1 yet, so I can't wait. I got a lot of reading to catch up. Amazing Spider-Man number 30, Absolute Carnage tie-in. Good cover there. Okay, from DC, we have Detective Comics 1012, The Desperate Fury of Mr. Freeze. There we go. Another storyline that I like so far is Batman Curse of the White Knight, per you guys' suggestions. So, there we go. Batman Superman number 2, The Shazam Who Laughs. Number 1 was creepy, like I said, so I can't wait to read this. Action Comics 1015, guest starring Naomi. She's trying to figure out where she came from with the help of Superman and Batman. So, all right, so if you happen to go to Southington, Connecticut, if you're driving around that area, there's a comic book store called Boom Tube Comics. The owner's name is Dan Mercurio. Please forgive me if I said your last name wrong. And his lovely wife, Karen. They own the store there. It's a beautiful store. He followed this dream, guys. Dan, what he did was he collects comics. He's a comic book diehard fan. But he was working at an IT job, and he left his job to open up this business, Boom Tube Comics. He's been open for about a year, a little over a year. I visited the place on Batman Day, and it's beautiful. Beautiful store. Well organized. Everything's where it's supposed to be. If you have any questions, you talk to him. He has the answers for you. And if he doesn't, he'll get it for you. And there's also a gentleman named Clay. Clay's interesting. I was staring at him when he was talking to me about suggestions on a storyline like, I think, Die. And he looks like the guy from Games of Thrones, the partner from Jon Snow with the red beard named Torrin. I think his name is Torrin. So if you happen to see Clay, tell I said hi to him. He is the man. He'll give you some suggestions. And what good thing about it is that they're excited about the comics. All 3 of them. All right, so if you happen to drive by Southington, Connecticut, stop at Boom Tube Comics. It's at 1475 Meriden Waterbury Turnpike. All right, so hi, Dan. Thank you for letting me be in your beautiful store. This is what I picked up from the store. Fantastic Four, number 215. There we go. Excuse the glare. It's like I said before, I love the older kind, how the cover pops out. Batman Family Giant, number 12. I used to love this series back in the day. I don't have a lot of it anymore. After you move back and forth, you start losing books. Wonder Woman, a celebration of 75 years. I picked this up from that store, and it was on sale to go with my collections that I have over here. So, can't wait. Now, I read this, guys. Oh, from the... I also picked this up and this up from the store. Okay. I finally finished reading this, Batman 80 Years. I hope you guys read this. It was very enjoyable. I read the in-between pages, like the biography stuff. There's a lady named Shelley Zimmerman, who is a retired chief police for San Diego. She was inspired by being a police officer by reading Batman. So it was an interesting article. Please read it. And Shelley Zimmerman was a retired chief officer for San Diego, and that's why she became an officer, because of Batman. And the other thing is that they had like a little mini strip of comic there called Mortality. It was one of those stories that didn't make it into print. It's like in 1945, the Seven Soldiers of Victory. They wrote a script for it, but then they lost it during the move, and it wasn't publicized until 1975. So the story was made in 1945, but they didn't do anything with it because they were still hemming and hawing about it. Then they lost it. And then it showed print 1975. Mortality, I don't know if it's ever going to show print, but that's what happened with that. So read that. I enjoyed this book, guys. I hope you did too. Finally got to finish reading it. So, all right. So that's all I have for you guys. If anything you want me to check out, let me know. I know the guy from Get Your A from To Mars suggested Moon Knight Acts of Evil. He said check that out. So my video is running a little long. So that's all I have for you guys. As always, from the Batcave, this is Eddie Nieves. See ya.